Hello, everybody. Welcome to Josh Dell'Aria's Musical Escapades. I'm Josh Dell'Aria, your host, and today I have Brooklyn-based band Big Thief here for you guys. They've been around for about 4 years now, and I don't remember exactly how many albums they've made, probably about 3 or 4. And then I found them last year, kind of early on in the year, when they released their album UFO Friend, or as they abbreviated, UFOF. Now, I was really on the fence about the band for quite a while as the years started progressing, but as I listened to their music more, I realized how deep their lyrics were. They were talking about really, really major issues. I think in this particular album, they dealt with death a lot. And as I think you guys have kind of figured out, if you've watched my top 20s or if you've seen my top 20 lists in the past, songs about death tend to do very well when it comes to the top 20. So their song Open Desert, which was on that album last year, a UFO Friend, it was actually in a song battle for the number 19 spot of the year. In the end, it was in there with Delivery and Venus and Chrome from Jimmy Eat World and Chris Robinson Brotherhood, and unfortunately, the other two bands won out, and this one was the first song out, but really that's still no small accomplishment. Like, the song and the band, they're still really, really awesome, and I can hear a lot of inventiveness that comes from them. So I'm going to go ahead and play that song here for you, Open Desert, and I think one of the things that you'll notice is that the lead singer's voice, it's Adrienne Lenker is her name, her voice is actually very soft, but, you know, having a soft voice really doesn't have to be a disadvantage, and I think that she does a really good job of using it to her advantage in songs like this. So I'm going to go ahead and play the song, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Okay, so I'm going to try to show you guys what Big Thief is doing here on their guitar part. I have my guitar right here with me here. So one of the things that they're doing, actually probably the main thing that they're doing with the guitar is they're playing arpeggios. But what they're doing is that they're actually leaving one of the higher strings uncovered. And what that does is that it actually puts a lower pitch on a higher string. But what makes it easier is that they don't have to worry about bouncing around from string to string. They can play each string in order by doing this. So I'll try to show you what they're doing here. So what they're actually doing here is they actually have their fingers on the fretboard high enough up that one of the strings that actually is lower on the guitar is actually going to sound higher pitched. So it will come out sounding like this. So that last pitch was lower than the second to last pitch, but that last pitch is still on a higher string. And so because of this, they don't have to worry about, trying to figure out which string to jump to. It actually probably expends less energy just for them to go straight down the strings instead of jumping around. Instead of something like this. Back when I was in college, my guitar teacher, who was awesome, actually encouraged us to think along these kinds of lines in very inventive manners to try to have us come up with things that are more creative. And this was one of the things that he taught us to do very much. And it's something that's really not done in a lot of music. I've heard the Allman Brothers do a song in this kind of manner, and percussive guitarists, I think, do this all the time. But aside from those kinds of people, I really don't hear that type of arpeggiation done very much, where they leave an open string and let that be lower than a lower string. So it's very interesting to me. It's really cool to see something like that happen in actual music, because you just don't see it very often. Alright, hopefully that wasn't too confusing. If it was, you can always ask me down in the comments below, and I'll try to explain it better, but in any case, I'm going to go from there to the lyrics, and I want to point out just how, it's funny because they seem just to use, just a couple of phrases, and that's, all they really need to communicate their point.
Vacant angel, crimson light, dark and eyelash, dark and eye, the white light of the waiting room leaking through the crack in the door, to the poison image,
See, I like this kind of writing quite a bit, because what it does is it allows you to get your point out concisely, but it also allows space for the music to develop around that and for the listener to digest what's being said. I'm sure you guys probably saw it in my review of Breathe Shallow by Firefly Burning, that they also just used a lot of short phrases and gave that a lot of space. Similarly here, just using those opportunities really helps the song to breathe and for the listener to be able to digest what's being spoken or sung. Also, there are a couple of lines that are very, very close to each other, but they're not exact repetitions. I'm going to go ahead and play these for you here.
White light of the living room leaking through the crack in the door. The white light of the waiting room leaking through the crack in the door. The white light of the living room leaking through the crack in the door.
Yeah, they just changed one word out of those couple of lines, but it actually has a really, really big impact. I think I've made it clear before that a lot of times when musicians make just little teensy changes like those, they can make a huge difference if they can really do a good job of altering the meaning of those particular lines, or kind of altering a particular thing in the song. Sometimes just those little things make the biggest difference. And lastly, the one bad part I think about this song is the ending.
The white light of the living room leaking through the crack in the door.
See, I really wish that that Big Thief had actually like let the instruments play a little bit longer from that point, and let the instruments kind of carry that song away and kind of end it more of like on a fade, or at least, you know, like slowing down, or not slowing down necessarily, but like, you know, like slowly taking the instruments out and things like that. I feel like if the song had more room to breathe there, it might have given the song a lot more closure. Alright, that's all I have on this song, you guys. If you guys like Big Thief and you want to check out more of what they do, you can go and see them at bigthief.net. And I will put all their social media links down in the description, as I do for just about everybody. And if you guys like this video and you like what we do here, make sure you share this with some friends, because I'm sure they love what we do here as well. And lastly, as always, if you have some awesome music that you'd love to share and you'd love for me to feature it here on this channel, or if you know somebody who has some awesome music and you'd love for their music to get featured on this channel, mention it to me in the comments or send me an email or Facebook message. My email address here is joshdell'Ariasmusicalescapades@gmail.com, or you can go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/joshdsmusicalescapades. 100% I will listen to your music, or whoever's music you're recommending, and you never know, I might be able to feature them on the show. Thank you all again for watching, and until next time, go make great music, everybody.